Aaron Arns.
I'm still having a little trouble standing. My feet are still healing.
All right, Mr. Arns, we're here on case 3A06-41615. You are charged with assault in the 4th degree, and you're also charged with harassment. Both of these charges are gross misdemeanors, punishable by up to 364 days in jail and/or a $5,000 fine. The alleged incident happened on or about August 31st, 2023. I have reviewed the probable cause statement that's associated with your allegation, Mr. Charlton.
I've had an opportunity to read the allegations, Your Honor.
I enter a plea of not guilty, and I do find probable cause to both of these allegations. Conditions of release.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. So the state's requesting that Mr. Arns be held on bail of $10,000, that he appear in court on 9/20/2023 for
Raising my bail,
as well as a jury trial for 10/18/2023. We're asking that he be ordered to have removed from the law violations that did not have contact with Dale Kerr, or that he possess any weapons, reviewing his criminal history.
Your Honor, I don't know about the harassment charge, but I do know that I've been dealing with medical stuff right now, and when I was arrested, neither one of my walking boots were brought with me, and I've got surgery scheduled for just a couple days from now. I have no problem posting $100. I just got my ABD, which is only $400 a month. I've got a van full of stuff in the QFC parking lot. I literally just bought groceries and stuff that are rotting right now. And I'd rather take, I can turn myself back into the jail at the end of the day. I don't care. I just rather get out and.
Mr. Arns, right now it's Mr. Kennedy's turn to talk. Mr. Kennedy, you can go ahead.
Thank you. In 2014, Mr. Arns had a conviction for felony harassment. He has convictions for malicious mischief 3, theft in the 3rd degree, theft in the 3rd degree, criminal trespass 2, theft or misdemeanor theft, theft to attempt, misdemeanor theft, harassment, trespassing second, trespassing, harassment, 2023 out of this court, disorderly conduct, abuse of language out of this court earlier this year, also attempted theft 3. He has an active warrant out of Olympia Municipal, an active warrant out of Tacoma Municipal, an active warrant out of King County District. Just one moment, Your Honor. 26 warrants in his history. He also has out-of-state history on his NCIC, Your Honor. He has looks like a misdemeanor assault conviction out of Juneau, Alaska, 2011. Another misdemeanor assault from Juneau, Alaska, 2008. Another looks like an assault 2 injury with weapon from 2008 out of Juneau. Another resulted in conviction. Disorderly conduct out of Juneau in 2008 also resulted in conviction. Has history out of California related to theft, drug use, additional theft convictions, see contempt of court. And these are all ranging from, in California, from 2016 to 2020. So, Your Honor, we have about a 20-year unbroken stint of criminal history from Mr. Arns. I think that he presents a threat to the community. He presents a threat to Mr. Kerr. He made threatening statements about harming Mr. Kerr if he was released. He attempted to spit on the police officer during apprehension. So I'd ask the court to hold him on $10,000 bail as previously requested.
How many fucking need?
Mr. Kennedy, are you asking, just so I'm clear, are you asking for an anti-harassment? No
I am
contact?
also asking for anti-harassment, no contact.
Thank you.
Let your turn.
All right, Mr. Charlton?
So, Your Honor, since I didn't get to it before, we'll waive reading enter a plea of not guilty. I know the court accepted that for arraignment. Yeah, we're not disputing that Mr. Arns has criminal history. The question today is the appropriate amount of bail. I don't have before me any. Mr. Arns, let me talk, please. I don't have before me any out-of-state history, but even the history from Alaska recited by Mr. Kennedy in his lengthy recitation of Mr. Arns' history involves assaults from 15 years ago, 12 years ago. In that lengthy criminal history, it's mostly thefts and trespasses and petty offenses. And I think it's the present allegations concerning, but it's a far stretch to make a finding that Mr. Arns is a risk to commit a violent offense if released. I'm not disputing his warrant history, but I've also learned to be somewhat skeptical of the state's estimate of the number of warrants. Time and again, it turns out that the number recited by the prosecution doesn't stand up to scrutiny later. I'm asking that the court consider setting bail in the amount of $1,000. Mr. Arns is indigent. He's been determined to be indigent. He doesn't have much in the way of resources. He does have a surgery scheduled in a couple days. He'd promised to make all his court appearances, and that would include, if need be, weekly appearances on Wednesday.
I can appear daily and first thing in the morning.
Thank you, Mr. Charlton. So, Mr. Arns, what day is your surgery?
My surgery is scheduled for Tuesday morning. I'm supposed to have a half an IM needle pulled out of my foot over at the Northwest Podiatry Clinic in Northgate. And I'm hoping to get that out. There's, I don't know if you know what an IM needle is. Basically, it's one of the Narcan big syringes. I stepped on one and went halfway through my foot, and that's why both my feet are broken right now.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, Mr. Arns, is I am going to hold you on the amount of bail that's been requested by the prosecutor. You currently have 3 active warrants out of other jurisdictions. You also have a long warrant history that the court can see, in addition to the criminal history that's not only in Washington, but out of state as well. The threats that were allegedly made in this particular case raises the court's concern about safety of the community. So I am going to grant that request. I'm going to also give a cash option for that bail amount. You are not to have any you are, Mr. Arns, let me talk. Are you also asking that he not go to one way?
So Your Honor,
I'm not sure exactly where that is.
I was looking for an address on there and I didn't see it as I was skimming, but I did not want him to go to the address where that occurred.
Okay, so you are not to go to Sims Way in Port Townsend. You're not to have any criminal law violations. I can set this on for Monday at 1:15. I guess, oh, that is a holiday, isn't it?
So
So you're, if, I think today, if some sort of medical documentation can be presented to show that Mr. Arns has that surgery scheduled for Tuesday, the state would be.
There's no way I can prove that unless I got out.
Mr. Arns, listen, I can't hear more than one person at a time. So when someone else is talking, I need you to just sit there, be quiet. All right, thank you, Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Arns, if you can provide your attorney, I'm going to appoint Jefferson Associated Counsel to represent you. If you can provide some sort of confirmation about your surgery on Tuesday, the court would sign a document that would allow you to have a furlough for Tuesday. To accomplish that surgery, you would have to turn yourself back in after.
Can I have a couple hour furlough to get that documentation? Because the documentation.
I've made my ruling on the bail.
Okay, that's fine, but I don't even know how much my bail is.
It's $10,000 or $1,000 cash option. Your next court date will be September at 8:40.
Hey, don't tell me to wait. I want to get out of here. I'm ready. Raise my bail 100,000.
Your trial date is October 12th at 8:30.
Hey.
You are not to possess any weapons. I am signing this harassment no contact order that protects Dale. You are not to have any direct, indirect contact, intimidate, threaten, or otherwise interfere with. You are to stay away from his home, school, business, place of employment, and you are to maintain a $500 distance. I am signing this no contact order. You are also not to go to 108 Sims Way in Port Townsend. That concludes that hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.